This is going to be a new stream and a new type of content that we're going to be doing on the channel. Give me a second, guys. It'll take me a second to set up. I'm going to see if this is going, right? Okay, guys. Welcome to the Avid Agency. And you might be wondering, whoa, look at this. He's probably streaming on his phone. Hey, can I? Oh, you cannot do it anything except for portrait view. Portrait view. We can't do landscape streams, I don't think. Actually, wait, can I? No, Okay. So, welcome to the Avid Agency. And, well, we're going to be doing a numismatic stream. If you guys don't know, I say this all the time on my channel. I am a numismatist, which means that I collect coins. And today, we're going to be searching pennies. Now, I usually do these streams on Instagram, but I want to bring them to YouTube instead because YouTube, well, I feel like I'd have a better audience on YouTube, and I want to consolidate. I like Instagram, but I like YouTube a lot better than Instagram, so... Okay, what the hell are we doing? So every single month, this guy, right here, searches 2 boxes of pennies. Today, we are going to be doing, we're going to be doing box 82 and box 83 for November. We have a ton of boxes. We're going to hopefully try to do $500 on Christmas. Now, I'm going to warn you guys. And this, if I do not respond to your chat, please do not get angry. Because I'm going to have to focus on counting coins. And if I don't respond, please don't get upset. Okay. So, this is going to be a long chat. You don't have to sit through it. If you guys want to, you can. I'm gonna move the camera, so if you have vertigo, I would definitely not look at the camera screen for a second, because I'm going to set up the camera. You gonna count all those? I'm planning on doing 500 on Christmas, and trust me, it takes a lot of time to do this on Christmas. Now, I'm gonna see if I can get my computer open, because if I have my computer, I can look at chat. Now, I'm sorry if I do not answer chat, because I am gonna be busy. I do have to look, and yeah, like for example, here's a special one. Oh, there's better quality on this. So this is what we call a war nickel. It's made of 35% silver. Now, if I go take a normal nickel, let me go take one. It's a normal one. This one. You can definitely hear the different pings. So this was made after Pearl Harbor was bombed, and it actually is not a good alloy, so they're a lot worn down. But we're going to be focusing on pennies, like these bad boys. We kind of want these. These are Indian heads. These are old. These were last made in 1909. But what we're going to be targeting today is a wheat penny, and it looks kind of like that. And they have wheat ears on the back of them. And yeah, we're going to be targeting wheat pennies. We do this every single year, every single month. And we definitely get gloves on when we do this, because pennies are notoriously dirty. If you don't, your hands will become as black as coal. I love pennies, but they're disgusting. Cotton gloves are okay. I don't really like cotton gloves, because I can't grasp the coins better enough. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to take a second to set up, because this is going to be my first YouTube stream of numismatics. I'm going to try to log into my computer. Give me a second. I handle a lot of tokens for games at work, and sorting through them makes me fingers turn gray. Yup. Your hands will become as black as coal if you handle them without gloves. They are, again, I love pennies, but they're filthy. Every coin is filthy. Okay, I'm going to mute that because I don't want to be repeating. I might put my computer up here. Arcade work is fun. Oh, I'm jealous of you. I am jealous. You have a lot of access to quarters. If I were you, look for W mints. The W's on the quarters. You have a mint mark? It looks like that. If you see that on a quarter, save it. Save it. They are very valuable. W mint quarters go for like 12 bucks a piece, and they're very, very common. Anyway, let's stop yapping. Let's start going. Now, these two boxes are going to be interesting. So at my work, I actually buy my boss's penny rolls. So I roll pennies myself, and therefore I buy like the bank rolls from my boss. So I buy these. So how it works is we search these rolls, and these are like little presents. You never know what's going to be inside of them. And basically, like I bought these today from my boss. I take my own penny rolls. I take a machine, I count them, and I roll them like this, and I give them to my boss, and he lets me take the bank rolls. And yeah, I've actually accumulated them, and I've put them in this box. Now I know one of these rolls is an ender. So if you guys actually have ever wondered how does bulk pennies get shipped, here it is. This is a penny box. Each box contains about 2,500 pennies. Each box contains about 25 bucks. And they are stored in rolls of 5 times 10, so 50 rolls. Okay, do I need to start doing coin rolls because there's a lot of popularity? So what we do is we line them up like this, and we go through them. Now you don't have to sit through the stream the whole time because I'm gonna warn you, it takes a long time. Now we got Loomis rolls. Oh, they got the brown rolls. I don't like the brown. The white rolls are better because usually the brown rolls come from people that search coins and they just leave all the garbage behind. Like they leave all the pennies behind. The ones that are the white rolled ones, like the Loomis rolls, are great because they are not sorted by people. But the good thing about the customer rolls, like this one might be a dud. 10 people watching the stream. Well, minus 1, which is me. I'm watching my own stream. That is only because I want to see the chat. Because right now, I can't see the face of my phone. Okay, let's get my Chromebook out of the way. We're almost done setting up. So we basically separate these into multiple groups. And if digital credits and tickets. Okay. So we have 5 groups. Each group contains about 10 rolls. So you might be wondering, what are we targeting? We target wheat pennies. I love wheat pennies. It is my favorite coin. I absolutely love the things. And I'll show you what one looks like. Give me a second. A wheat penny is a penny. A decent one. There's one. Here's what they look like. A wheat penny is a Lincoln cent, and they were made from 1909 to 1958. There's about 27.5 billion of them in existence. On the face, it doesn't look like that much, but if you flip it over, there you go. These pennies were made roughly during the First and Second World War and the Great Depression. Again, 1909 to 1958, 27 million of them. And they're one of the most famous famous coins in the world. Now, they're not insanely rare. You can find one. Usually, the box average is about 10 wheat pennies per box. However, I have seen boxes yield 20. So, I did some math and some rough calculations. I get wheat pennies 1 out of every 500 pennies. So we're going to be searching for wheat pennies, bicentennial pennies, 17th Philadelphia pennies. We're also going to be looking for wheat cents, errors. Like we were looking for a 92 white AM. We're looking for, yeah, I have like multiple jars. Now I'm sorry for the bad angle because usually I have not a good angle. So for our setup, we have a microscope right here. You can't see it. It's off screen. And then we have a weigh right there. It's just off screen. we weigh the pennies because some of them are copper, some of them are zinc. Okay, let's get to work. And I found a $50 coin underneath that came at work. Yeah, $50 aren't that rare, but they're really nice to have. Actually, yeah, I wonder when I'm going to get to that ender. Yeah, it's got to be in the other box. Let's get to work. And this is going to be a long process. Again, you're not insulting me if you leave the chat. You can. I'd like you to stay, but if you don't, it's your choice. This is what one rule looks like. And now you're going to see, if you guys think that you don't have a life, I searched, this is my 83rd box, by the way, just going to let you know. So if you think that you have no life, just look at me and then breathe a sigh of relief. We're going to generate a lot of scrap. Aw. That sucks, dude. I hope you get better, man. So, I also look for coppers, and if you see me piling these, like, pennies off the side right about here, these are coppers, and each copper cent is worth roughly $1 and... Actually, no, that I wish they were. They're rough... Oh my god, I can't talk, guys. They are worth about, 3 cents in copper. Copper currently is at its highest price in recorded history. It's going to keep going up, and I have $633 of copper pennies. The good thing is that if my investment fails, I don't lose any money. I basically have all my money refunded, because again, that's how American currency works. Like, that's a zinc penny. Now, I reject a lot of these pennies, so the rejects will go into a separate bucket, and then they will be sent back to the banks. I also go to a Coinstar. Hello. Yeah, this is why I need to stream on YouTube and not on Instagram. I have no audience on Instagram. I have an audience on YouTube. Okay, guys, that's one roll down, 50 to go. Now, I used to slice them with a knife, but I don't do that anymore because I don't want to damage the side of the coin. Oh, that's a trickster. That was an 82. I cannot stand getting 1982 pennies or like 70s pennies that look like wheat cents. And I find out that they're just 70s. So when I say wheat pennies are a little bit uncommon, you can see how many penny rolls I have to go through. Usually it's like one every, I'd say, 5 rolls. So right here, like the 98s, I'm looking for white AMs. I have a white AM 1998, and they're worth about 50 bucks. But if you find a closed AM 92, that's worth about $10,000 in average condition. Like that, I'm always looking. I flip it on the side, that's white AM, so that's nothing. 1983, I weigh those for coppers because the copper ones are also like 5 figures. Okay. This is how I take a break from the screen. Come on. See if we get a wee penny. Come on. Oh, Canadian set. Look at that. I got a Canadian penny. You would not believe how many I found. I've searched $2,000 of pennies, and I found like $5. Why do I have gloves on? Because basically pennies are very dirty. If you watch, see, look, I'm already getting grime on the thing. I'd rather have my hands smell of latex than metal because it gets so bad that the only way to remove that grime in seconds is to basically take a bunch of firearms soap and wash my hands off. Like, there's this thing called D-lead, and it removes metals from your hands. And I use that for penny searching because copper gets traced on. Copper's a heavy metal. I don't want to contaminate my food with it. Oh, that's not an Australian penny. That's a Canadian cent. They're actually relatively common. You'll find like $3 for every... No, you find like 3 pennies for every roughly 2,500 American pennies. I have an entire jar of them from my years of searching. Hold on, give me a second, chat. Look. Look at this. These are all Canadian cents. Every single one. That's like $5. There's a ton of Canadian cents. They actually don't make them anymore because basically what happened is that the Canadian government is now melting down their Canadian cents. So they're actually what I call endangered. Oops. Stop fighting me, roll. Ooh, look, that's a copper right there. Come on, let's see if we get lucky today. Ooh, there's a Woody. Not valuable. Woodies aren't really that valuable, but it's an alloy issue. Basically, you can see the stripes in it. I don't know if you can see that. That's a Woody. The alloy didn't mix correctly. You want to know a cool thing? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Dude, why are my coin streams so popular more popular than my gaming streams? Do I need to become a coin tuber? And this is actually kind of a nice break from video games. I love video games, but it's good to take a break every once in a while. And this is really relaxing. I don't rage at it. Unless I get, like, no Wheaties. Not that many coppers in that one. Alright, next one up. Memorial. A couple of coppers in that one. No wheat pennies, I don't think. I'm gonna play AQ2 after the stream. Nice. I actually don't know what that game is. There, yep, that's a good roll for copper right there. There's a bunch of copper from this roll. Quickly, I'm gonna harvest that copper out of there. I don't melt them down because that's a felony. I don't want to melt copper down, plus I like pennies too much to melt them down. Man, if I get a 1992 Close AM, that's half my car payment I can pay off with a snap of my fingers. So if it's in good quality. If it's not, then no. Halfway done with this group. Come on. That's my dog. Come on, when are we gonna get our first sweet penny? There's a couple ones that almost look like they have the texture of wheat pennies, but then I look at them and they're not, and it's kind of sad. Someone tried to clean some pennies. What the hell? Look. See it? They're all shiny. Someone tried to clean these. And they did horribly at it, too. Hear that? Or somebody let their pennies go into the washer. Yeah, you need to be... You're not gonna go through that machine. There's a bicentennial. Ever seen one of these pennies before? These are made in 09. There's about 2.7 billion of those. There's 4 designs, and it's for Lincoln's life. I have about 10 bucks of those. Those are probably actually up to 15. Yeah. Always look at the 95s. Look if there's any doubling on the Liberty. 1969. Still a copper cent right there. Oh, crap. What? Oh. There's a coin from the Philippines on my desk. Come on, hopefully we can get a wheat penny for the chat. There's 4 people watching. Right now, my views -1 is how many people are watching. Again, I'm watching so I can see chat. I don't want to like constantly peek over my phone. I gotta take too much time out of my day. And doing it repeatedly. There's a 2017 Philadelphia penny. These are the only pennies currently that have a Philadelphia mint mark on them. Usually Philadelphia does not put mint marks on pennies, except for 2017, because it celebrated their 225th anniversary. It was very random. I thought that they were extremely popular, but their popularity has since waned after their mintage. Viewers on the stream. Not only do I like this, it's kind of a nice stream to kind of talk to people. You're not really focusing on video games, and you're focusing on coin collecting and stuff. But, yeah. Again, if I don't respond to your comments, please don't get mad. High note. Sorry, I'm a little busy. 3 rolls left of this group. Come on. Oh, it's 69. There's a copper penny that's been dented. Usually the copper pennies are the... usually the zinc pennies are the pennies I find are the most abused and most destroyed. Zinc does not last... Oh, we got one! Wait, hold on. Holy. 30S! Ooh, that might be a good year. 1930S. That might be a rare vintage. Actually, check. Hold on, chat. Give me a second. That might be low mintage. How many of those were made? 24 million of those exist. That's rare. Nice. 1931 S penny. That's a rare penny. There's only 24 million of these. I already have one, though. But that one is a little bit... It's not as good as the other one I have. So, yeah. Hey, we're at a little bit of a wheat penny drought there. But you know what? 1930S is a good one to start off with. It's not extremely expensive or anything. Probably like $1 for it at most. But still, it's a rare penny. Anything under 50 million is pretty good, in my opinion. Especially if you can somehow get them in very high mintage. There's an 09. Those are also called bicentennials because it celebrates 200 years ever since Lincoln was born. Because in 2009, Lincoln was born 200 years ago. Thought I saw a little doubling there. Good one to start off with. Too bad it looks like it's been cleaned. Bummer. At least I already have one. Man, if that was only... What's most rarest penny? I naturally found one that was like $50. People will say, oh, you'll find expensive pennies every day. Like, that's just false. Alright. Come on. Stop hiding. I've searched more pennies in a year than some people will ever see in their lives. I'm already up to like... I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, due to my recent calculations, I'm starting to zoom in onto $3,000 of pennies. Oh, if I search that $500 batch I'm telling you about, I will push above. Yeah, I like streaming on YouTube a lot better because there's a lot more of an audience. Plus, I like to consolidate. Usually for every one of these groups, we get about 2 wheat pennies. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Come on. The good thing is I know every single year of wheat penny. I don't know, like, for example, I don't know exactly how many mints purchased or how many mints made. Only thing I know is that S mints don't exist after 55. So 56, 7, and 8 S do not exist for business circulation. Actually, I think that's really easy to do. I'll plug it in, right? There's an 09 again. Alright. Alright, that group's done. We are half the average of wheat pennies today. And out. Ooh, I see a lot of coppers here. It's a good sight, because usually, you know, again, wheat pennies are coppers. They're very old copper pennies. Doesn't always mean that there's wheat pennies, but it's good to see a high amount of copper. Caught that penny. Alright, next. Come on. There's a rule we have when we search pennies. You don't touch your face unless you take your arm and your sleeve and you put the thing between your hand and your... Like, for example, right now, I have a sleeve. Wiping my hands with like my lower arm that has sleeves on it. You don't want your stuff that getting in your face. It's disgusting. There's a Woody. Oh, there's a wheat penny right there. 1946. Look at that. That's number 2. See if we can get a double roll. Man, there was one time I got like 6 wheat pennies in one roll, which is very rare. I've gotten it twice, though. Got 2 now. That's good. Oh, oops, I missed the bucket. I'm gonna throw the scraps in. I'm trying to kind of hoard the scraps so I can go recycle them to a... Man, I'm getting some popularity on this stream. Alright. Alright. Keep going. Whoa. Ooh, that one went flying. Come on. Ooh, Esmond. Esmond Memorial Penny. See, that has an S right on the bottom of that date. They're not extremely rare, but they're not super duper common. You only find less than 10 per box. Usually, most of the time, it's less than 5. They don't make pennies that circulate anymore. They do still make pennies. You just have to buy them. They're like really, they're proof pennies. I need to get my 2024 proof set. I think I have both mints of the 2024 penny. So I have a 2024 and a 2024 Denver. Bicentennial. Oop, there's a 17 Philadelphia. Another bicentennial. Okay. I mean, it's $700, but I thought about getting like a copper penny sorter, and they do exist. But again, they're like $700. They're really expensive. That would be more expensive than my coin machine to my right. Like, I'm talking about my big one, the jet sort. It was originally priced at like $800, but my dad was able to talk the guy down to $650. If you think that's bad, just wait till you hear that the original MSRP of that thing is like $7 grand. So technically, I saved a huge amount of money buying it used. If you have to buy it, just go used, because used ones are pretty nice. I will probably definitely consider upgrading that machine, but just definitely not soon. As an upgrade for that would cost about $1,500. And honestly, even though I could save that, that's still a lot of money. Even for me. Oh, there's an estimate. Right next to a Woody. Coin counters are somewhat a little bit pricey. Well, even when they start, they're like $100. But when you get to like the bank grade ones, like the ones that again that they use at banks, that's when you start seeing the price. And the really bad thing about those machines is that outside of Marketplace, like Facebook Marketplace and eBay, they're very hard to get your hands on because you have to file a quote. They don't give you the price. You have to actually go and file a quote. And I hate that type of business model so much. It's so annoying, because then it's like, dude, just tell me the price of the machine. I don't care. Just tell me the price. Found out it's like $7,000 to get a brand new machine. I'm like, yeah, no thank you. I'm going to Marketplace. And I was looking, like about a couple of months ago, like a year ago, I did find them. I'm like, oh, they're like $1,500. I could have bought one, but it's like I'm saving for Fight for Life. So I stopped, and then in early September, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my foot down. My other machine is jamming. I need a new machine that will process coins at blisteringly high rates. And I have this machine on my right, that again, the jet sort. I can chew up an entire 5-gallon bucket of pennies within 15 minutes. Basically, an entire 5-gallon bucket of coins, I can just demolish that in about a quarter of an hour. Can you imagine having to sit down? I did some tests, and if you, I did some tests, like 100 tests, 100 sessions, and I put 250 dimes, 250 quarters, 250 nickels, 250 pennies through 1,000 times, and the average time it will take to count that is about 27 seconds. So roughly $200 and $202.50, I think. If I didn't forget. It'll count that within 27 seconds. Ready? I mean, honestly, again, I say, like, it was a pretty big investment. I mean, I'm dropping that much money on a machine. But you know what, honestly, I think I love it. Like, I honestly think it's money well spent. Because with the time I save with that machine, I can do so much. I can stream more. I can use that extra time to count and register the coins I do. Because every time I get these coins registered, or every time I search a coin box or a batch of coins, 13. My goodness, that's the most consecutive viewers I've ever had. I need to stream this. Ooh, that's a bunch of coppers. Oh, that was like a little group of coppers right next to each other. Yes, it's a good sign. I don't see any Wheaties, though. So, mega oof. But, hey, coppers are always appreciated. ton of coppers in this roll, damn. That roll had a lot of copper pennies. $92. Look at that stack. That's a zinc penny. Zinc pennies are the most abused, most destroyed pennies I've ever come across. Zinc pennies do not last a long time. They're, oh my gosh, I have 15 viewers. Thanks, guys. How the hell am I getting so many viewers right now? I don't know, but honestly, thank you. You guys are amazing. I've never had this many viewers in a stream. Like, my most is 10. I have 15. Nice. Thanks, guys. If you want to see more, feel free to hit a sub. Trying to get to 400 by, Christmas. No, now it's 7. Oh, that's fine. Just tourist viewers. I'm not mad against tourist viewers. Just come in and check me out and go on by their day. No problem in that. Is that an S over D? I don't know, but I honestly... I'm gonna keep that and investigate it. That might be a mint mark over a mint mark, which I've never seen personally. Now there's 13 people viewing. Damn. Thanks, guys. Much love for y'alls. Man, yeah, this is better than Instagram streaming because at least I have people that come in. You know what? I need to start. I'm not streaming on Instagram anymore because guess what? I'd rather have people go on my stream and say, "Hey, can you sub?" I'd rather have subs than followers on Instagram because you don't make money off Instagram. You make money off YouTube. And yes, I like. And I should rephrase that. Yeah, I want money, but also I like people watch me. 17 Philly. Don't worry, you guys are probably like, oh my god, how is he rich? I'm not. I just take the same money and I sort it over again. I'm gonna go with some of the brown rolls, because I'm not a big fan of brown rolls. I want to save the best for last. Again, the reason I don't like brown rolls is because, like, this is a customer roll. Let's break it open. By the way, we're half average for wheat pennies. We're not getting too many. But, again, let's hold our horses. These rolls are honestly a hit or miss. They can be either very good or very bad. Okay, so whoever put this roll together, maybe they didn't search wheat pennies? Don't see any Wheaties in here. Oh, there's an S-mint. I like S-mints. Got 3 so far. These rolls hurt the hands because they form sharp edges when you crush them. Yeah, this is a kind of a dud. Someone probably went through these. I don't like the brown ones. These brown ones are okay. They're crimped, which usually means that they're from a bank or wrapping location. The banks don't wrap them. There's a facility that does. There's facilities that do wrap the coins, and they send them there. The problem about this is that it costs money and fuel and stuff because these coins are heavy. They take a lot of fuel to get where they need to be. And cardboard costs money to put them in. So you actually have, the banks have to actually pay a fee to ship them, which is why they can be extremely reluctant to give them to you. Alright. I will say these brown rolls that are crimped on the ends are very... What the heck was that? Anyway, They're very easy to open. Wow. No, like, tears at all, or barely any tears at all. Yeah, these don't look like duds. I mean, yeah, in terms of wheat pennies, it's a bust. Which means there's nothing in it. But hey, yeah, you can see that there's a bunch of copper in it. Yeah, it's still a bunch of coppers. This box may not be the best. It is a loose rolls box. I got it from... Oh, I forgot. Those brown rolls, a lot of them, the Loomis and brown rolls came from May of 2024. So this year. And the reason I got them is that the brown rolls actually came from a Chase. They didn't have enough money to give me a full box of or pennies. So they just gave me a bunch of rolls and bagged them up. And I unwrapped the bag and I put them in this box. So this is a loose rolls box. These rolls come from multiple different locations. The ones that of course are not loose rolls are pretty good. Come on, there we go. I hate when you have to press so hard down to push them out. Hurts the thumb. See a bunch of coppers over here. I can tell that they're copper just by looking at them. Usually my accuracy of telling you when they are copper is, I'd say, probably like 75%. Like I can tell you that this one right here is yeah, it's not a copper, it's an 89. Well, when I say copper, you're saying, oh my gosh, Race, you're wrong. Pennies are made of copper. Yes, they are indeed made of copper. However, here's the caveat. The zinc pennies are made of like 2.5% copper, and the copper pennies are made of 95% copper. The copper pennies will weigh about 3.11 grams, whereas the zinc ones will weigh about 2.5. Now, they'll vary like plus or minus 0.05 grams, because sometimes some of the planchets that they're struck on some of them are a little bit lighter, and some of them are a little bit heavier. Some of them accumulate grime, and some of them are disintegrated, which can reduce or increase the mass. Did I see a wheat penny? Did I see one? I don't think I did. Damn. This box is kind of not living up to hype. I mean, it had a 30S, which is a pretty good penny. And a 46 Philadelphia, which are very common. There's a ton of those. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. There's one. It's extremely abused, though. Yeah, it's seen days. It's a 45 Denver. Yeah, 45 Denver. That thing has seen some torture. Oof. Damn, that is bad. That's not a good wheat penny. I like wheat pennies, but again, I have to say that's not a good one. That's in horrible condition. I've seen worse. I've literally had pennies, like wheat pennies. I don't even know, like, how I've gotten them. I have to have very good eyesight. I do have pretty good eyesight. I have 20/20. Went to the eye doctor and I got scored 20/20. And I had to have a high luminosity flashlight. Like I had like 2,000 lumen flashlight just to confirm that it was a wheat penny. And it was very heavily damaged and degraded. Like if you were just an average person, you would never even think it's a wheat penny. Sad to see that wheat pennies get destroyed. They're old, so unfortunately it's bound to happen. Whoop, 51 Denver, right there. 1951 Denver. Whoops. 51 Denver. That makes 4. Yep, there it is. There we go. Oh, there's an S mint. It's number 4. Yeah, I can tell you every single date of Wheat Penny. 1909, 1958. I don't know, like, the exact mintages per year. And I know I repeated this from earlier in the chat. Like, I can tell you that there's a 55S, but I can tell you that 1956 S's are not real. Like, 1965, 1966, and 1967 are years where the Denver variants do not exist. I was trying to look for them. I'm like, why can't I find them? Well, they don't exist. I thought about doing a prank at my school. Can you find me a 1967 Denver penny? I'll pay you $1 billion if you do so. And guess what? It'd be funny because that don't exist. They're not real. Denver did not make pennies from 1965 to 1967. San Francisco would stop after 1955. They didn't make any wheat pennies or any pennies at all ever since 1955. They did come back from 1960. There's a bicentennial. They did make some from 1968 to 1974, but after that, they would never make circulating pennies as of today. Ooh, that's a pretty rainbowy penny. That's probably toned. I like those rainbowy pennies. 17 Philly. There's an 09. S-mint, again. I like S-mints. That penny struck off center. Actually, I don't really collect off centers, but yeah, that's a pretty nice off center. That's like 1%. It's not extremely valuable. Look at that. You can see how thick that rim is right there. Get it closer to the camera. Yeah, it's gonna fit fuzz. That's a very off-center penny. Well, actually, retract it. That's not very off-center. I've actually personally, like in person, I have seen pennies that are struck like 50% off-center. So, like, for example, everything outside of this, like, this would all be blank, and this is what you'd kind of see. Like, if you search up off-center penny, it's really cool. Is that doubling? Yeah, there's a little bit of doubling going on in this penny. I like that. Not too expensive. Like, that wouldn't get me money, but that's a little slight doubling. Which basically means that the penny was probably struck twice. I've heard about triple die. I don't know if they exist for pennies, though. So basically, if you guys don't know what a double die, by the way, thanks for all the views. It's very, very generous. I thank you all. This actually is my most popular stream, but like one of my most popular streams in a while. Like, I've never had this many people viewing my stream. I don't know what it is. I hope you guys, please comment why you're viewing. I want to know what I'm doing correct here. Okay, we have currently 4 wheat pennies. Not bad. Not great, not terrible. We're under average still. There's a bicentennial. There's another bicentennial. Another bicentennial. What the heck? I remember when I broke a roll of pennies once, and I saw like an entire line of like 20 brand new mint condition bicentennials. Man, imagine that copper 1982 had a D on it. It's a small date, which basically means that if it had a D on it, it'd be worth like almost 5 figures. 17 Philadelphia. Again, 17 Philadelphia, S-mints, and all these here, they're not valuable pennies. I just like collecting them. It's a vice. Some people call it as a coin vice. That's a great thing about pennies. You can be a kid and collect pennies, and you're not going to spend tons of money to a point. There's 2 S-mints right there. 2 in the same roll. A little uncommon. Not bad. I like that. Oh, I thought that was another one. It'd be cool if there was a triple S-mint. Not like groundbreaking type stuff, but still pretty cool to have 2 in a roll. Amazing to have 3. I've gotten 2 in a roll. Again, uncommon. I've only gotten it probably happened like 10 times, no more than that. Again, they're not actually valuable or... Oh, there's a bicentennial right there. This is good because it keeps my eyesight trained. Like, I'm pretty good at seeing... Like, let's see. Right here, I'm about, let's see... I'm about 3 feet away from that wheat penny on the top right there. And I can still tell it's a wheat penny. Like, there's this thing called a star note, and the star on a star note is probably the same size as, you know, I would say Lincoln's ear, a little bit smaller than Lincoln's ear on a penny. And I saw it from, like, 4 foot away, and I'm like, is that a star note? Oh, there's a 17 Philly. Bank teller is like, oh, yes, it is. How do you see that? I'm like, I just have very good sight. I have very, very good sight. Get that apart. That way, if I have to count that to send it back to the bank, don't have to jam my machine. When I actually send my coins back, I actually send them to the counter and count how many I'm sending back, and then mark it down on like a piece of paper. I call it a bank form, and I fill them out, and I keep track of how many pennies and coins and dollar bills go in and out of my basement. Got 9 people watching. Usually I get like an average of 5 people watching on my other streams on my PlayStation. I'm getting 9. I'm getting a pretty good amount of viewers. Like, I think 15 viewers is the highest amount of people I've had on a stream in history. So they just broke the record. I need to do this more. Even if I get like 1 sub out of this, I'd be very happy. Oh, copper penny just went flying. 1 more roll of this batch. We're over halfway done with this box. That's wheat penny, probably. Yep, it is. I can just tell from the age. 1949 Denver. Look at that. 1949. That is 10 wheat pennies. It's half the box average. These rolls are kind of older, in my opinion. You know, oh my god, that was a bad voice crack. I'm so sorry. 8 people just watched that. I am so sorry. I can't remove that from your ears. Please don't sue me for the amount of ear damage you just got from that horrible-ass voice crack. But, I would love a full box of untouched, like, coppers from the 50s. I would want one for Christmas, but I don't want my mom buying it because 17 Philly right there. There's a lot of scammers when it comes to that. Like, I could make a scam roll. It's very easy. All you gotta do is take 2 wheat pennies and fill it with duds, like either coppers or zincs if you're a cheapo, and crimp them and then make it look like a double under. Or if you can carefully remove the pennies off a roll and seal it back up. I'm gonna warn you guys, if you ever buy quote-unquote unsearched wheat penny rolls, 99% of the time, it's a scam. Anyway, we got 20 out of the 50 rolls to do. Let's keep going. I hate unsearched penny roll scams. I don't buy them. Like, when I ever see an unsearched penny roll, I am extremely suspicious. Because, be honest. Oh, there's 18 people, 17 people. Chat, be honest with me. If you sell a penny roll that has wheat pennies, and there's a possibility there's a penny in there that's worth money, do not lie to me. You're searching those rolls. You're going to search those rolls, and everybody will. You're not just going to sell wheat penny rolls that have a possibility of having a $1,000 penny inside. No, you're not doing that. No one in their right mind does that. Everybody and their mom and dog does that. 17 Philly again. Bicentennial. I really wish I had a couple of unsearched rolls. I know there's one roll I know it's confirmed. There's 17 Philly. My grandpa has one roll from the 50s. My grandpa has about 300-400 wheat pennies. I remember searching through them when I was, into my journey, and I had less than him. I have 3,800. And apparently, I don't know if this guy is lying to me from Wisconsin. Oh, wheat penny. Hold on. 1942 Philly. Imagine if it were a year older. No, it's not 42 Philly. It's a Denver. Sorry. Not bad. It's actually decent condition. That's 6. At the end of this roll, our average should be 8. And we have 2 more at the end of this group to get the average. 17 Philly. I have... You know what really makes me sad? My grandpa told me a story where he had a ton of wheat pennies, but apparently, to him, according to his story, his brother took them and spent them. That is painful. That makes me actually pain to know the fact that somebody spent a whole ton of wheat pennies. Each wheat penny is like 3 cents in copper. It's probably a little bit of extra cents per bit or per piece because they're numismatically appealing. But dude, I remember I saw one group of people, wheat pennies, people overpriced the shit out of wheat pennies. I swear. My dad bought me $10 of wheat pennies, and they priced it at $80 for just $10. So if you ever do get bulk amounts of wheat pennies, be careful because people overprice. In my opinion, a wheat penny is worth no more than about 5 cents on average per piece. 3 cents in copper is a bare minimum they should be sold at. But nothing, unless they're extremely rare, or if they're in very good condition. I think a wheat penny is more than a couple bucks if it's in very fine, pristine condition, which are very few and far between. I have shiny wheat pennies that look like they've never even rolled off the mint factory. I found them even in bank rolls, but those are very hard to find. Again, they're not not extremely hard, it's almost impossible, but it's just difficult because of the chemistry of the discs. Yeah, I don't know if someone did a giant coin cleaning session and then dumped their pennies in and they got shipped and wrapped, but this is really dumb. Bunch of coppers. I just have a feeling there's a wheat penny in here. I don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, guys, again, don't want to be spamming this. Yeah, feel free to sub if you guys want. Again, my Christmas wish is 400. If you don't want to sub, that's fine. Do it whatever you need to. I don't want to beg of you. $5. How do you guys not have $5? How do you guys have all this time to be watching and not $5? Like, that lady. It's got to watch people like that, because then you know what not to do. I might ask a couple times, but I don't want to like ask every second. I may ask once every like half hour, maybe quarter of an hour at most. But I can't. I can't be that person. Like I've had people that say, "Oh, you need to start asking." Oh, look at that. Oh, give me a second. Give me that. Let me get a light in that. That is not a penny. What the hell? 25 pays? From India. Hey! I've actually have a rupee from India. See, this is why I like penny roll searching. You never know what you're gonna find. We found an Indian coin. Huh. That is so interesting. Usually for pennies, I don't find any like gray silver colored coins. That's a nice find. It's probably less money than a penny. Who cares? That's amazing. Usually, I have... Oh, there's the bicentennial. I have found multiple countries' pennies in my rolls. I've even found dimes. And yes, I'm not capping. Oh, this is 1959. That's one of my most disliked years, because if it was a year older, it'd be a wheat penny. Anyway, usually I have found foreign coins. Like, it's actually pretty common, again. With the most being... The most foreign coins usually coming from Canada. I barely get any from Mexico. Although, in my opinion on the Mexican currency, it's a nice, beautiful currency, but it is... I have to say it's worthless. And no, that's not some, like, bias. The rupee actually took a very sharp downfall, roughly 2015. Like, the price, like, rupees lost a lot of their value. Not rupees, not rupees. I'm going to say, they're called pesos. Pesos lost a lot of value within the mid-2010s. Like, their value just sank. But, you know what? Oh, there's two Witties. If you want to know something that's worse than the Mexican peso, try something like the Russian ruble or the Zimbabwe dollar. Zimbabwe dollar makes the rupee look amazing. Or not rupee, but the, it makes the, peso look amazing. $100 trillion in Zimbabwe dollars is worth 42 cents in American currency. I'm not joking. So technically, a lot of people in Zimbabwe are broke trillionaires. Can you imagine being bankrupt and you're a trillionaire? 17 Philly. It's actually sad, in my opinion. I thought it said 71. But if I had 71 viewers, that is insane. I have a Zimbabwe $1 trillion banknote. Give me a second, I'll get it out. Unless it's harder to get it out. Give me a second, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh wait, no, it's right there on my table. Look. Don't believe me? That's $100 trillion right there of Zimbabwe bucks. This is worthless. I bought it for $10, which isn't insane. That is worthless. You cannot buy anything with that. $100 trillion. I'm sorry, but when you start going beyond $100,000 in banknotes, maybe even 10,000, that's when you know you need to stop. America, we've had our max banknotes. Oh, there's a wheat penny. There's two wheat pennies. Look at that. You see it? Really hard to see. I can't see it on my camera. One right there, one right there. This one looks like 30s, maybe 20s? 44. I got pranked. It's a 44 Philly. That is the rarest wheat penny right there. Joking, that's not. It's actually the most common. With 1 billion pieces made, and this one, 51 Denver. Not bad. That brings us up to 8. Nice. You don't get double wheat penny rolls. I'm getting a little scared because I've noticed the double wheat penny rolls are starting to become thinner. Again, yes, I've had triple wheat pennies rolls. Man, I need to start saving money for... I'm losing control of my money this month when it comes to saving. I need to start saving for Fight for Life. Because somebody did a coin dump or a collection dump for Fight for Life. And I found like 199 wheat pennies. And the amount of pennies, I had $100 of pennies I bought from Fight for Life. And I should have only gotten about 40 wheat pennies at most. And I got 199. I remember like on Wednesday of that week, 17 Philly. Wednesday of that week, I got like so many wheat pennies. Like someone had to have had a good collection and dumped it. Good thing I saved those wheat pennies. I don't really want to buy wheat pennies. I want to find them. I want to have a goal and pride in saying, hey, I found all these Wheaties. I've only had I have 1,000 of them bought for me. I didn't want my dad to buy them, but I'm like, whatever, I'll take wheat pennies, whatever. I found 2/3 of my wheat pennies I have currently. So I have about almost $30 in just wheat pennies alone. And that's a good thing. I found almost $20 of wheat pennies, which that's an okay bit of money. Coming back to what I said earlier, it's so nice because you could be a child and to put money aside to save pennies, it's not that much. Now, if you're a kid, like if you're like 12 or something, you try saving, like if you try to collect like dollar bills, that's a different story. You can do it, but you're not gonna have spending money. Like right now, I have about a couple $100 in spending money, but my collection has exceeded $2,500. Yes, I have $2,500, but it's money I'm not gonna spend. You know what, honestly? And who gives, you know? That's good. It's kind of like nice to save money like that. You're not spending the money. It's good to keep it. Because then if the economy goes bad, I can sell my numismatic collection. It might get a little bit more valuable over time. There's a witty. Like I almost have $2,000 in star notes. They're not all extremely worth. They're not like all like worth a lot of money. I do have one that's like $30. It's a $1 bill that has a filled-in star. But I don't expect it to like go to the moon. Man, speaking of that, people want to invest in like crypto. You want to know what you invest in? Coins. Invest in coining. 17 Philly. You want to know why numismatics are better to a degree than like crypto? 17 feet. Another 17 Philadelphia. There's like 3 of them in this roll. Not bad. Honestly, I've made this argument. There's an 09. Don't keep getting interrupted by my fines. So, what's it called? Even though I love coins, I'm adamantly against crypto. If I had to invest in crypto, there's only 2 cryptos I'd actually trust. Is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I'm not a really big crypto guy. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I can tell you, I can sit down for 5 hours and tell you about coins. I can only tell you all I know about crypto in about a couple minutes. But Ethereum and Bitcoin are the only 2 ones I'd ever trust if I had to go for crypto. And I'm not gonna lie, I have been invested in crypto. Like, I have never invested, but, like, I've invested interest is what I should have said. Invested interest. Like, I've thought about, like, maybe making a couple bucks, maybe going into stocks, but I'm not smart when it comes to stocks. I'm smart when it comes to coins, though. Here's why I think numismatics are a really good approach to, good alternative to stocks, and especially NFTs. NFTs? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna insult NFTs, but, you know, do I even have to say sorry? Listen. Now, art, I think you could maybe sell digital art, right? Like, that's the thing. People sell art all the time. The problem is like, NFTs, like, a lot of them are just, like, awful. Like, for example, here's a problem about a digital item. Is that, let's say, the Bored Ape collection, right? I'm not big in NFTs. I know the Bored Ape. It's, like, one of the most viable NFTs. Like, it's very hard to price code, in my opinion. Right now, see this penny right here? This penny is 1 cent. Right? There is a defined price on a penny. Hello, Dylan Cope. Alright, we got one more group of pennies to go, and then we're going to be done with this box, and then we're going to go on to one more. Now, I know about NFTs. What they mean is non-fungible token. For example, what is fungibility? What does fungible mean? Basically, you see this nickel right here? A war nickel, to be convenient. I can give you this nickel, and you can give me 5 pennies. 5 pennies are fungible for 1 nickel. There is worth. However, non-fungible tokens, what it implies is that each of them are not really worth exactly the same, implying that one NFT is worth more than another. Now, here's a problem, is that NFTs are controlled by the people who make them. They can make them either expensive, or they can make them very cheap. And what this leads to is rug pulls. People will buy NFTs, they want to say, oh, look, I'm going to go to the moon. And what ends up happening is that they get rug pulled, which basically means that they invest tons of their money into NFTs, and then the creator basically makes the price plummet and makes off with the money. 95% of NFTs, actually no, 99% of NFTs are like that. They're all rug pull scams. You want to hear my alternative to NFTs? If you want unique items that are worth something, go for dollar bills, and I'm going to show you why. Take a little break in a second. Why do I think dollar bills are better than NFTs? They're an amazing alternative, because let's take this dollar bill, right? Why is this thing better than an NFT, you might be asking? Because guess what? This dollar bill is the only dollar bill that is 2021 series that has L05656673D. There's only one bill exactly like this. One bill that has this serial number that is also printed on series. $1. It's not that valuable. But something like, I don't know, like a $2 bill that was made in 1960 something, that's got more money to it. And the bills, they're unique. Because there's only a limited amount of, like, for example, like, ones that have the serial number of, like, 1, there's a very select amount of those that actually exist, and they are worth money. Like, serial number 1s usually sell for hundreds of dollars, even if it's a $1 bill. And they have value, and they're unique. It's what NFTs try to do, but unlike NFTs, bills succeed. Now, again, you may not make more money than NFTs. Yeah, you'll make more money than NFTs, because honestly, most of the NFTs are just rug pulls. NFTs, I'm not sorry. I'm gonna be honest. They're the biggest scam since most of cryptocurrencies. Like, dude, you could literally maybe there's protections. Maybe I'm just not that smart. Couldn't you just, like, screenshot them and, like, duplicate them? Like, for example, chat, I want you to think in your brain right now. $1 bill. What would you do? Would you take an NFT or would you take a dollar bill? An NFT, you don't know how much value it is, right? But usually it's not that, much value on it. For example, no, it's simple. Would you take an NFT? Like, if I bought something off of you, would you rather take an NFT or a dollar bill? You'd probably rather take a dollar bill because unlike NFTs, bills have defined values. However, these values can go up if they have numismatic interest. But these bills that have higher there's a 44 Philly. Another wheat penny. That should be number 9. Not bad. Continuing. Like, I can't just go up to somebody that owns a restaurant and bring like $100 penny in and say, hey, I want to pay for this, and I have a $100 penny. Like, no, that's just not how it works. You can maybe try to at a pawn shop and get them to sell it, but if you do sell your coins at pawn shops, look up what they're worth. Do thorough research. Like, don't just say, oh, look, they're worth $100 from somewhere. Because I've literally seen these YouTube channels that have touted they'll say wheat penny worth $14 million. By the way, I want you guys to know this. Oh, nose is itchy. The most expensive coin in history sold for $18.7 million only a couple years ago. That's the most expensive coin in the world. It was a 1933 double eagle, which you actually are not legally allowed to own it, if I'm not wrong. And now I'll see them touting like wheat pennies as being worth over $20 million, which is just not wrong or not correct. The most expensive wheat penny I can think of is like a 1951 or 1958 double die, which is worth roughly $800,000 to $1 million. That's the most expensive one I can think of. Speaking of, here's a wheat penny. That one looks old. 41. 41 Philly. Nice. It should be 10. Yep, there's 10 of them. We've reached a box average. That's good. My nose is itchy. Yeah, I can't take crypto. I honestly just despise crypto. Like, most of it's a scam. Again, I only trust Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I will say, even though I may not know a whole lot about crypto, but I can know this to tell you, if you ever invest, be extremely cautious. Because there's a lot of scumbags out there that will take advantage of you. Even in the numismatic and coin collecting world, there's a lot of people that will take advantage of you. For example, what will happen, I've heard in pawn shops, that they'll find like a coin that's like a $2,000, and then they'll say, oh man, it's actually just fake or something. We can take it for this much. And then they'll buy it off you for a cheap amount of money, only for them to basically flip it and sell it for way more money. Basically just scamming you. Oh, 9 right there. That's the only problem about numismatics. There's 2 problems, is selling and acquisition. Tellers can be very difficult to work with. Now, most of the tellers I've worked with are pretty good, but you will have some people that will tell you no. They'll tell you to, there's 17 Philly. They'll tell you to go away. Well, not really tell you to go away, but they'll say, oh, we can't sell. Here's my thing. When I ever get someone that rejects me, do what I do. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a dick. Just leave. Don't throw up a fuss. Don't piss them off. In my opinion, the best way to get coins, try to get on their good side. At this chase I go to, there is a teller who, like, we're almost like pals. She knows every time I go in, right? And she saves stuff for me. So try to be nice, be generous, and try to strike friends. If you can strike friends, the biggest hurdle, in my opinion, can become your best ally. I've already, it was because of a teller, I got a $100 star note very quickly, as well as a $50 star note. Right now, I have them looking for silver certificates. However, go in every week or so. Now, in my opinion, don't go asking for above 50 bucks in pennies. That's a little bit risky. Usually 2 boxes is the most. I think I've gotten maybe 3 at one point in my life. But yeah. Because you gotta remember, they actually have to supply businesses with money. Oh, there's a wheat penny. 1946 Denver. Nice. That's 11. Yay. And remember, here's one thing you have to remember at the end of the day. The bank is losing money when they supply you. They're going out of their way to supply you and supply me with coins. They don't have to do it. They're not making money off me. They could cut me off any time, and I actually have been cut off. I used to have a deal with this bank in Eureka, Illinois, where I used to go there and I would get 2 boxes every day. Unfortunately, they did cut me off. I don't want to sound cringe here, but my mom told me that she was talking with one of her friends, and one of the friends of that friend is the president of this bank. Now, leave it if you want. And when she heard about that they cut me off, she's like, well, that's kind of rude. Now, listen. I'm not promoting that you get mad at people. If you want to get mad at anybody, it's management. The tellers are basically the front of the operation. The tellers, they don't do it. They're not going to reject you. The reason is that I'll ask, oh, why are you not letting me have pennies? Like, oh, we have to do businesses. And that's usually in policy. For example, I asked about penny boxes. I'm like, why aren't you giving me any more? And they're like, oh, we have a company policy or something. Although I've been able to go south or go over to another city a couple miles away, and they will give me pennies. I had a 0% rejection rate of getting pennies. Actually, when I resupplied these some pennies, I had, there's a Woody, of the 8 banks or so I went to, I've only had 1 reject me because the only reason is they did not have a supply, and another bank basically only gave me half of what I asked for. But that's very good to have a 0% rejection due to policy rate. That is a pain in the ass, I will say. I really wish banks would do and say, oh, if you're not a customer, you can't get money. Most of the times, if you ask for money above usually about a box of pennies, or above 10 bucks in pennies, you will not be getting any. In my opinion, here's how to acquire pennies. Now, what I'll do, I'll go on resupply missions. Like I've hit 5 chases and 3 Heartland Bank and Trusts. Oh, there's a 17 Philly. I've hit 8 banks in one day, and I resupplied over about $300 of pennies. Actually, no, 400. I think I got 12 boxes. That's 300. I go to Champaign, Illinois, and Urbana, Illinois to resupply my pennies. Now, in my opinion, could I do it every month? Yes, but I'm not dumb. I space it out every 3 to 4 months because if you go every single month, you're going to make them suspicious. And I'm going to tell you, I remember when the Chase Bank incident happened where people were withdrawing money. And one thing I heard from reports is that, like, oh my gosh, they told banks. Well, guess what, buddy? Being in a numismatic game for a while, I know this. Banks talk. They will talk to each other. You know how I know this? Because of my first month of collecting pennies, I went to multiple Heartland banks around the same area. And then the one that I mained off of Heartland, or not Heartland, Eureka, they're like, hey, we've been getting reports that you've been going around and collecting pennies. Like, can you not? I'm like, okay. And that's when they're like, okay, we'll make a deal, right? If you, chill out, we'll give you 2 pennies per month. And I'm like, deal. Maybe every, 3 months I'd get 2 extra bonuses from another branch. That is until February of this year, they cut me off. January, I think, of this year was the last batch I've ever gotten from them. I was distraught. But honestly, you know what? I'm like, damn, it's over. But I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not going to sit down and lie and take the punch. No, I'm getting my pennies. I don't care if I have to go across the border of Illinois. I'll get them. I've gone to Rockfield, Illinois. I've gone to Champaign. I've almost thought about going to Peoria, but I don't like Peoria. The last thing I need to do in Peoria, Illinois is to be hauling money around. At that point, you might as well just be screaming you have $100 bills on you. Peoria is not the best city. I might have to take a break from talking because my throat's getting so sore I'm talking. Ooh. Bruh, you're not wrong. So by the way, guys, you did not misread the title. Is that a double-dyed penny? I don't think so. Maybe it was just a trick of the light. But this is my 83rd box. 82nd? Yeah, this is box 82 right now. I have searched that many boxes. My favorite boxes is when I went to California. The boxes there are so nice because the S-mints, there's like 5, I think up to 5 to 10 times more S-mints. Because, hey, it's in California. It's in Cali. That's where the S-mints come from. One more roll, guys. Can we get Wheat Penny on the last one? Can we get lucky on my last roll? Don't think so. Yeah, Cope says, this sounds like the main antagonist's backstory. Why gloves? I'll show you why. Because their pennies are very filthy. That's what the glove looks like. Look at that difference. This is disgusting. I love pennies, but I have to admit they're quite gross when you handle them. My hands will turn as black as coal. And copper is a heavy metal, which means it's not going to be extremely deadly, but it can be kind of quote-unquote poisonous and toxic if it's in high quantities. Humans, we have iron in our blood, and copper can harm us. Again, a little bit's not going to do much, but again, I hate washing my hands of metal. I've usually had to use firearm soap in order to get the smell off. I do have to wash the smell of latex off my hands, but it's easier to wash that off than copper. Hey, that's it right there. We got okay. Let me move my camera. Sorry if it's a little bit shaky. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 11 wheat pennies. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1930. 1930S, 1946 Philly, all that. Nice sweet pennies. Okay, give me a second to prop my camera back up. Angle it. Now what I do, I put them exactly in order. Bless you, Grandma. That's 1930S. We started out with a 1930S. I'll put these off to the side. Those are 17 Philadelphias. These are 2009 pennies. Even though, again, these are all, like, not worthless. Again, they're called coin vices. I guess you collect coins that are not that worth a whole lot. There's my Witties. Yeah, my grandpa used to have a lot until his brother basically stole them from him on accident, I guess. And then he used them to go buy something at the store back a long time ago. And they got a little Canadian cent. Okay, guys, let's see how many coppers we have in here. Man, yeah, guys, we're gonna start counting these coppers. So yeah, give me like about half an hour. Man, too bad we have to take so much time to count all these pennies. Give me about half an hour, you know. Too bad I didn't have, like, this machine that counts pennies, like, really fast for me. Man, that took a while. Sorry for taking so long. That was 513 copper pennies. Not bad. That is box 82. Okay, ladies and gents, and everybody in between on the outside. Let's get box number 83. Now, we have an ender. And an ender, basically, it means that we have a roll that is exposed. By the way, we got this nice coin from India. It's a pretty coin. Okay. I have tried cotton gloves because I wanted to kind of like make a reusable glove. But cotton, I can't get a good grip. Right. Okay. That's one. You're probably typing on a tablet, Dylan, because every time I try to type pennies on a tablet, it tries to spell like pennies as if like the name. You know what, honestly? I know it's cringe. If I had a kid, if I ever have a kid, if it's a boy, I want to name him Raymond. Because it's a reference to Animal Crossing. And you can spell Raymond with the periodic table elements. And if I ever have a girl, I'm gonna name her Penny. I know it's corny. Hey, Penny would be a good name. Hey, if she ever said, "Oh, I'm worthless," you're not worthless, daughter. You're at least worth 1 penny. That was cringy. Okay, so one of you, these pennies are an ender. This is box number 83. Again, if you don't know what an ender is a coin roll. Yep, there it is. I found it. Look, it's an ender. 1929, I think. That wheat penny was put onto the end of a penny roll. Again, we have 4 viewers. Basically, any number of viewers minus 1. Again, I'm viewing my own stream on my laptop. I've told this before. I'm just repeating myself. Hey, we haven't had 0 viewers. Hey, I don't mind. Even 1 viewer is amazing. Yeah, I've actually seen dimes and penny rolls. You know what? I don't care. I want to get that. I want to nail that ender first. I've been staring at that ender for a while before I put it in the box. Because again, if you actually don't know Dylan Cope, these rolls came from my work. I purchased them from my boss, and then I put them in a box, and I searched them. So yeah, right here we have a wheat penny. Oops. We have a wheat penny ender. Then amazing your stream shall stay. I'm sorry, what? I don't get it. I hope I get a wheat penny from this one. Ready, right? There you go. Oh my gosh, we got a wheat penny. 1926. You are almost a century old. You can tell it's old because look at the back. Look at the ears. They're smooth. You can tell it's kind of been like worn down. It's an old wheat penny. But it's not extremely expensive. Those usually the 20s, the ones that have mint marks in the 20s are pretty uncommon. That one's a relatively common wheat penny. I've been waiting months to get that wheat penny out of that roll. So this is going to be box 83, and after this we're done. Honestly, I have my other coin sorter. It's good to have this white one right here, which I replaced. It's a Rabo HCS25. The only problem is it jams, and it can actually send like pennies into the quarter area. Like basically it sorts coins by size, and some ones that are not the correct size, like a penny can fit through the, when I need quarters, and it's annoying. There's 2 bicentennials. Yeah, it kept jamming, so I bought a brand new coin counter, and it's massive. I have to take it to my school, which either I have, if I can't take it into the cabinet, I think I found a way to actually dislodge it from its cabinet and mobilize it. With this new machine and the Fight for Life event, it'll give me an overwhelming advantage with sorting coins. That machine could take the place of multiple people. It will sort every coin except for large Eisenhower or large dollars. But the good thing about that is that there is not a whole lot of large dollars, so it'll sort anything from dimes to small dollars and half dollars. The half dollar is the largest one it'll take. If you put foreign coins in it, it'll treat them like American coins. It'll sign it. Which I want to do that as a video one day. I want to shove a ton of foreign coin. Their age. I watch a guy sort pennies for entertainment. Again, I tell people, if you think you have no life, just watch one of these streams. Yeah, I have a ton of these streams on my Instagram page. But I'm bringing them to YouTube because, again, I have a better audience. I'd rather have subs than followers. And yeah, these streams are very popular, so I'm going to definitely consider doing more of them. Actually, to be honest, I'm probably not going to stream anymore on Instagram. I'm going to move my numismatic streams here. Might just use my Instagram page for normal stuff from now on. Alright. Yeah, a bunch of coppers from here. Ooh, wheat penny right there on its reverse. 1951 Denver. See a couple of those this stream. That's number 2. Oh, Canadian cent. Got one last box. $17 2023. They definitely had to reduce the mintage for 2023 pennies because I'm not seeing a ton of them. 2024s, I'm not seeing a lot of those either. Alright. Keep going. Woody. Here goes coppers. 5 more left of this bunch. We have the average of wheat pennies by the end of the bunch. That may be only because, you know, actually, never mind. Let's say, oh, maybe because I moved the wheat pennies. No, I didn't move any rolls. So regardless of if I did this first or last, yeah, this batch, the 10 roll average, or the amount of wheat pennies you get for 10 rolls, would be the same. Unless I move the rolls around. That's Canadian cent. I thought I heard. Yep, I heard. I know what they sound like. I'm like, is there a Canadian cent there? That split second I opened it, and yep, there is. There's 2 actually. Yeah, 2 Canadian cents. I like finding Canadian cents. Those are so nice to see. They're not legal tender, but people use them as such, and especially in America. They don't use pennies anymore to a degree in Canada. Honestly, guys, I might change the channel name, and I might remove live off of the channel. Because honestly, I would tell you a mini thing. Why is it called live? It actually used to be called the Abbott Agency. However, a few years ago, I actually made an Abbott Agency as a duplicate, but it actually uses the old logo, and it was giving me for my videos. But I didn't really publish too much videos on that channel. And I shut it down, basically. So I might just change this channel's name back to Abbott Agency. Because, you know, I'm going to make it where my streams are. And where my normal content is. Because, honestly, it's all because YouTube added the live and video. There's another Canadian cent. Damn. I really want to... I'm going to ask for a Canadian cent collection book. They're only like $5. There's a bicentennial cent. It's the Eddie Penny made in 2009. It's bicentennial. A chunk of a quarter roll got stuck in here. Yeah, my other streams this year, spending from like June to August, I've been waiting literally since the end of the month to search pennies because I get so busy. So I just like searching them try to search them in the first part of the week or the first part of the month. And yeah. Let me see, because I'm gonna go turn off my bathroom fan because my bathroom's been aired out. There it is. It's done. That'll definitely be a lot more pleasant to your ears with that fan off. Don't want to burn too much energy because honestly, hey, in Illinois we might have a little bit cheaper energy. But if we can save money, we'll do it. Neat stack of copper for this roll. Bicentennial. Alright, group 2 is now up. 10 rolls down, 40 to go. Yeah, I get more viewers on YouTube and Instagram. See, do I see Canadian? No, I don't know why I thought I saw a Canadian penny. Tripping. Happy dogs. Ooh. 38S. Look at that. It's got a small S. 38S. That might be a rare year. You go check. I definitely have that. No, I don't. We got a new one. 15 million made. We got a new one. Yes. Hi, how was your Halloween? Pretty good. Thanks for asking, dude. We got a rare penny. Only 15 million of these were made. Hell yeah, that's a good find. That's the second. We found a 30S and a 38S. Yes! I don't have one of those. I've been collecting for 2 years and still, I don't have one. I finally got one all by myself. I didn't have to go buy it. Let's go. Again, actually, I need to make a database. I need to gather data and see how many average wheat pennies were made per year. I'd estimate, let's say about 100 to 200 million wheat pennies per year were made. In fact, like 15 million, that's a very good amount. I mean, you gotta remember, that's 15 million, and then after that, put it, oh, there's another wheat penny, 1957. That's number 4, 57 Denver, actually. Someone was calling me. Come on, bruh. It's probably my cousin. Canadian cent. Another one. How do we have more Canadian cents than we do wheat pennies? That's very unusual. Yeah, my Halloween was pretty good. No trick-or-treating, but we did do Doom. And I hope to stream Doom 2 more tonight. I will have to probably do homework. I might do some today. Bicentennial. Usually I find a wheat penny. 17 Philadelphia, by the way. Usually I find a wheat penny, and it's in like when it's rare, it's usually like in the high 40 millions. 50 million. There's not a whole lot of those that are around anymore. Usually anything before like 1940 and with a mint mark, especially S, is a little bit rare. And then anything with a mint mark before 1930 is pretty good. From 1909 to like 1930s, anything without a mint mark is a little bit common, except for some years. But when they have a mint mark on them, that is way better. Oh, there's a bicentennial. More pennies that look like they've been cleaned. I will. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a stream. What's up? Are you here? Are you at my neighbor's house? What are you doing? I'm sorry, but I don't want to answer because I don't want to see if it's in the end of stream. If you're gonna talk about my PlayStation messages, actually. You can chat to me on a message. Actually, if you want to, we can open a party. Give me a second, chat. Actually, I'm gonna... Hold on. I'm gonna make this open mic, so just to let you know. Alright, it's open mic. Actually, I'm gonna put my headset on and turn it on. Alright, guys, if it sounds like I'm talking to no one at all, I'm not going crazy. It's just, talk to my cousin.
Race.
What?
I'm gonna send you a video, okay?
Hold on.
I was trying to...
Can you hear me? Oh, what? Oh, fan edit? Who is it by? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I've actually seen it. That guy chats on my channel like all the time. Yep, we're still on the penny grind. Yep. Hopefully this election doesn't do anything to interfere. Hopefully whoever gets elected doesn't do anything to F up the supply chain. Usually, yeah, it's very rare that elected officials really do anything. That's fine. Darn it, I thought you were here. I might try to visit over in like mid-December. Because honestly, I could, but it's just there's like no time. I'll probably do it after my finals. I might stay there for a couple days. I just want to go hit a couple chases because I need a little bit of some bonus boxes. I need about 4 more, I think, for my $500 goal. SIA. Oop, 44. Philadelphia. Very common scent. And it puts us up to 5. What? No. There's a bicentennial. I got another present. Tell me. No problem. Hey guys, yeah, I'm just talking to my cousin Z again. Still getting a ton of coppers. We're on 5 pennies, so we're above average. Ooh, old one. 1929, Philadelphia. That's an old one. There's a good amount of Get back over here, buddy. You look like a copper penny. What are you? You are 59. There's this one very controversial coin called the 1959 wheat penny. Apparently a cop found it and sold it. The problem is that would make that a transitional error. What do I mean by transitional error? Basically, there was a transition over between 1958 and 1959. In 1958, the wheat penny production line ended, and it was eventually phased out for the memorial penny. So they stopped making these pennies, and they started making these. And then in 2008, these stopped, and we started these in 2010. In 2009, we made bicentennial designs, which are right there. Did we break the stream? Oh my god.